there, beautiful Gemini energies. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are doing well and everything's been going great for you. So Gemini, for this reading, I'm going to go ahead and check in on your person's true feelings at this time for your current situationship. All right, whether you're online, offline, ghosting, crushing, new, past love, whatever shows up. And whatever specific energy persists, that's the energy that wants to be heard. And so we'll just go with that, you know. So we're going to tap in and see what the love oracle has first. As I shuffle these cards, please do me a huge favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Of course, I welcome everybody here, especially returning viewers, subscribers, and everybody that is new here. I do variety style readings, okay? So if you like to, definitely subscribe, hit that notification bell, and check out my playlist if you like. So I feel like this person, now this reading is entirely about them. Okay, I'll highlight you when you show up. But I feel they're currently single. They're not necessarily doing much. They could be a little guarded. They could be healing or reeling from something. They could be kind of in a place where they're self-isolating. So in essence, there could be some ghosting. We'll see. The grass is greener. I feel like this is somebody that wanted to be single, thinking that there could be something better out there. Or perhaps it was just there's just a sense of jealousy in the relationship and options were being looked at. So this is somebody that maybe felt like, you know, you deserve to be better, deserve to have better, or maybe they, you know, the connection was in an unhappy place. All right. So what else we have here? I feel like this is somebody that wants some sort of a relationship. You know, they want some sort of partnership. This is somebody that may have thought that they did not need that or did not necessarily understand the intensity or the path the connection was going to have. So maybe they're in a place again, because if they're showing up as single, they're in a place right now where commitment could have been a problem. Okay, even though they may have wanted a relationship, the commitment aspect, it could have been a little too much. So I feel like they want some sort of a new start, new love here, a new beginning. Of course, I'm reading for you. For some of you, this is somebody that could have moved on because they wanted something new, a new love or a new beginning as well. But whatever honeymoon phase they may have gone into or left for, whatever that honeymoon phase has left them single. So, you know, truly here, you know, they were just looking to maybe be boyfriend, girlfriend. Maybe your relationship with them became a little too serious or something like that. And so I feel like this is an energy here that's really kind of stuck in a place. I feel like the breakup here is really affecting them. Obviously, they're the energy that walked away, okay? So, but I also feel like the relationship itself, like energetically for you, it's over. Like, it's not something that I feel like you're in a place where the forgiveness. So you're like also like turning your back here. You're not like leaving room for opportunity, it feels. Let's see what else is going on. I think this relationship or the current situation, the current vibe between the two of you, there's some sort of stress coming through from this person. They feel like they may have lost you. We could be talking about a female energy for some of you here. But there's some sort of restlessness here coming through, Gemini. Because I'm talking to Gemini as well, this could also be kind of weighing a lot on you here. You know, there could be something weighing heavy on your mind. And we have divine timing here. So I feel the universe is saying maybe the timing was wrong. For those of you, you know, it's about the perfect time. You know, the stalemate is here, but I feel like somebody's waiting. So your soulmate here, I feel like this is somebody that could be awakening to a divine connection with you, but they were unaware of. Let's see what we have for this person as well here. Now, how are they feeling overall in terms of romantic feelings? Or what is their romance angels wanting you to know about them? So let's see how this person is showing up from the romantic sense in general. Okay, so this is a past life relationship. You've known each other before. This is a connection that definitely did not take off. You could be on some sort of a beginner's path together because they are kind of, you know, in a place where they're not necessarily, you know, the grass was not greener, and I feel like the road might lead them back to you here. Okay, so what else is showing up for this energy? Okay, so this is about forgiving and learning. Okay, so this is somebody I feel like they're really hoping, you know, it's so interesting. I mean, I'm talking to Gemini, I don't know if you can see, but it's literally two also images of angels like in the background. And I feel like this is kind of calling to you. This is something where Forgiveness and learning is taking place both from your side and perhaps from their side as well. You know, it's really more about releasing and healing, releasing to heal, but also learning, and through learning there could be some form of forgiveness, whether you're gonna give, you know, like forgive them, or whether they're gonna ask for it, or it's about that lesson. It's coming through from like their kind of like their feelings overall for you here. So this is something here. Again, I feel like for some of you, maybe somebody wanted to get married, the other one person didn't. Someone wanted to commit, the other person didn't. Or somebody started like seeing signs that they freaked out, they ran, something like that. Okay, control issues. I feel like this is just something that needs to unfold naturally for this person. You know, they have a lot of control issues, and I feel like you actually let them go. You let them go when they wanted to go, even though there was a lot of perhaps, you know, agony with it. But through that though, I feel like, you know, their control issues here is kind of coming through. It's like, you know, it's one of those things where they wanted to control every aspect of their existence, and feeling trapped or committed, something that probably caused them to, like, you know, lock up for whatever reason. Okay, so let's see here. They definitely have romantic feelings. Okay, this is definitely the breakup person. This is definitely somebody that wanted new love. I feel like for a lot of you, this is they act very childish, childlike. You know, again, the relationship, they wanted something, they thought something was better, and it wasn't. So let's see what else we have. What else don't we know about this person and their feelings and what's going on between them and Gemini? Let's see what else is here. So yeah, this is somebody that I feel like, you know, their life, they deal with, like, they have some sort of drama. Okay, they kind of maybe they put their business out there a lot too to some people, or it's just that they drag everybody's name, you know, some energies to thrive and not feel like they're like, I don't want to say mean words, but sometimes to feel like they're less of the, what's the word? Well, sometimes they like to feel like they're the victim, so they victimize their stories a lot. Okay, that's probably maybe a better way of saying that. There's some sort of avoidant here. Okay, escaping the facts, escaping the truth of, like, being, you know, I don't know, being a troublemaker, being a problem. This is somebody that likes to push people away, so I don't feel like it's the first time they've done it. Or not the first time they've also done it with you, but this is something that could be a pattern with this energy. All right, so there's a lot of upsetness here. I feel like the resentment comes from both angles. I feel like there's this person, I don't feel like I feel like they left you in a position where the closure has not happened yet, or they could be playing a way where they can come try to bring closure because something went bust for them. I don't feel like they can talk to you just yet, or they have been able to. But I also feel like your energy is pulling into where there's something that you would want for this person to do because it's the right thing. However, I don't feel like you're prepared beyond if they did that, what would come after that. It would be like, you know, it feels like there's just some unspoken things right now. There's a lot of ache. I feel like the message here is time. I feel like this is somebody that could be waiting for the right time. All right, you are in a. I feel like you two are in a cycle. They may not know it. Okay, they may not know it. They may be waking up to it. Okay, and there's a spiritual connection. So here we go. We talked about divine timing. We're talking about the time in general. This energy is not done with you. Okay, so overall, peace can be achieved. I think for a lot of you, balance or some sort of like a friendship is something that they would like, because they know, like, coming right back into a relationship status is a heavy no, or a hell no. But ultimately, I feel like this is somebody that wants to be happy. And I also feel like maybe some of you did bring them that happiness and harmony that they thought was going to be with everybody else. So I feel like what they discarded in the relationship they had with you, it's something that they haven't been able to find elsewhere. And one of those things is the harmony. There was some harmony that now they realize is missing, because, you know, I feel like for a lot of you, you came across as a very, like, rational minded person. I don't know if they just kind of were like freaking out at the idea of some sort of a commitment or what their style is. But on the side, just in case, maybe some of you or they play the guitar. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to know about this person. What's also impacting them in the general sense? What's impacting them in the general sense during this situation with you? Let's put this here. All right, it's not too bad. What else do we need to know about this person for Gemini at this time? So I feel like they're in a place of despair. Yeah, they are. I mean, they're struggling. They're dealing with a lot of challenges. They could be like low down on their luck. They could also have issues. Maybe they like some things could have spiraled, lost a job, lost a loved one. Just looking for somebody that loves them, somebody that's loyal. They think about you a lot. I feel like they realize they messed up. I don't feel like this is something that they feel like they can repair just yet. All right, let's see what else is here. So distant horizons, I feel like they really are wanting to kind of, you know, take off and like fix something here, release the anchor, or whatever's holding them back or holding them down. But there's something that they need to be working on right now in terms of like, you know, seeing what they want in a way that's not in a selfish, like getting what they want in a way that lines up outside of just kind of feeding their, like, I don't know how do you call it, not just selfishness, but like feeding this, not narcissism this time. It could be, we'll see what the tarot says, but it's like feeding their ego at this, you know, not strong narcissism, but slight ego. Okay, so I feel like this is somebody that's tried and tried and tried to come across a certain way or work a certain way or have a certain, you know, reputation, and it didn't necessarily materialize for them as much. So right now they're trying to like, I feel like they're like really trying to like figure something that can kind of maybe bring them back online with you, or kind of cut the resentment out, or fix something. In terms of occupation, I feel like they're willing to put in the work and effort into this situation. Okay, but for some of you, this is somebody that still likes to do things their way, design things their way, plan things their way. They could be plotting something. I do feel like stability is something here that they're struggling with. Okay, so I feel like they do have a desire to have relationships with people, but I feel like their view of the relationships versus like how they value the relationship is not like, I don't know, synchronized or aligned. All right, so let's see what else we have here for you guys. I don't think I've used this deck before on this channel. I don't think I have. If I have, it must have been a long time ago, but I don't think I have. So I hope you enjoyed this deck. Oh yes, perfect. So this is a beautiful deck. I love cats, as some of you may know. If you don't know, now you do. And so this is a cat deck, and I'm not gonna be able to like do the. It's really like thick card, so I'm just going to do cuts and then we'll just go with it. Okay, so I'm not going to pull a whole lot of cards. I'm just going to kind of roll with however cards want to come up. That way, you know, we'll just get as much out as possible. But here we go. We have your Page of Swords is here. With the Page of Swords, again, it feels something here, resentment, some strong words are being said, a lot of deceptiveness or some sort of immaturity is coming through here. So I feel like this person could be like, you know, rethinking how, you know, how they treated you. Maybe they were very manipulative. Maybe they you know, they realize they're all talk or no action. This is their current vibe right now. They're not really heavily impressed with themselves. It does work with the whole single thing and just kind of like the whole breakup thing, you know. So there's definitely something here. I feel like they could be looking you up social media, checking up through your friends or something here, trying to get some scoop on you, see what you're up to. You know, it is what it is, but we are dealing with some Aquarius energy here, and it's in the reverse. And so I feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody that could be unraveling a little bit. Okay, this is somebody that their energy was not nice. They could have like been very like maybe verbally put you down, you know, kind of be condescending to people. So this is somebody that's very immature coming through that way. And I feel like, you know, they're like quite the contrarian. So their kind of vibes at this time, they're conflicted with a lot of things. All right, there's a lot going on in the mind. We have the Ace of Cups is here. I feel like this is somebody that loves and relishes attention, wants to have the offer come their way, wants to make offers. This is somebody that likes newness and change in that sense. But overall, I feel like in terms of their feelings, there's a desire here for a new relationship, some sort of an offer that they would like to bring through. I feel like maybe you're avoiding them, or they're avoiding something here. But you could also be blocking them or pushing them away. But the offer is coming through in their mind very clearly, like they have strong connection to you. It did show up earlier. They have some sort of a spiritual level connection that they're probably awakening to right now. So a lot of you here, I feel like this is somebody that, also could have regretted having like a relationship or nothing, which is why like the whole concept of like balance and friendship could also be highlighted, because it feels like this person could kind of, again, they may not be like an expert because the page is showing up and also in the reverse, and they could be like young or immature in the sense that they're not like leveled up in relationship experiences, but their idea of coming back in and like wooing you or swooning you is kind of literally like what's kind of coming through in their mind. Yeah, they want something positive and vibrant here. They want some sense of renewness with you. They want to return that spark of love and life. Whatever connection you had given them here in the past, this is something that's really keeping them afloat right now. I feel like there's a silent sense of gratitude coming through from this person. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is somebody that really would like to bring about some sort of truth or open up about something here. It's just that it does feel like, it's one of those thoughts that's there. I don't feel like they're necessarily acting on it too much or too fast, but it's there's like multiple completions here or something, cycles that have ended for them. And so I feel like at the end of any cycle, whether however long or short, you're always at the end, you're always a thought that comes, the person that comes to mind. So I definitely feel like this is somebody that regrets the breakup or walking away. Look, we have another ace here, but I feel like they really want to bring some sort of truth and clarity forward. They really feel like it's time to be honest about something. And I feel like they really want something positive, but I also feel like they realize they're not perfect. So this could be something that could kind of be their manipulation tactic because they're not perfect type of thing. But I feel like, they know that you're not asking for perfection, and you didn't really ask much of them except for like have like a valuable, meaningful relationship. So I feel like the Ace of Sword is also a message of breakthrough that's coming through for them. In terms of like their true feelings here, they're having some sort of a breakthrough. Everything is being like, everything with you felt more pure and less fabricated. So I feel like this is somebody that may want to reveal something, or they're through the spiritual connection, things are being revealed to them. So I feel like deep down within like how they're feeling, it comes through as though they want to bring this back online or have what once was. Now I don't know if it's like no way no how. We're in different planets, we're in different frequencies now, but that's really kind of what they want. Okay, so let's see here. Something that could be challenging them is the Page of Coins. So we have another page. So it could be not just the immaturity aspect of things, but this is somebody that could struggle with like building mature, stable relationships. This is somebody that could be more of a social energy, or more of hang out with friends and do things and explore and be that adventure, and just let's not be so serious about everything. So in that sense, I feel like this challenge. This is something that you are also shown in here. You are showing up as a challenge for them. You're way more grounded here, knowledgeable. I feel like for a lot of you, you're dealing more of a student of life versus like an actual like lover at this time. But this is the learning part. This is the learning part for them. So this is kind of like when you look at things a certain way, and then you look at things differently, and you start to have like wisdom from it. So I feel like you come through as a very wise person for this person, which it's not a bad thing at all, but I feel like it puts them in a place where they see things in a different light. So due to lack of exposure or experience in relationships, they could see things as obsessive or controlling. While they may also have those traits, they may not see those. Okay, I feel like this is somebody that's manifesting you back. I feel like, you know, they're kind of, again, not necessarily, they could be, you know, awake, so they know how to like manifest, but they could not be aware that they're manifesting, but you're strongly on their mind, so they're really looking, craving your energy for the stability. Look at that, we have the Judgment also here. I feel like the one thing they want you to know is, you know, I feel like they learned a lot, they want some sort of redemption. Again, they're awakening here to something here, they're going through some sort of a renewal, evaluating themselves, their position in relationships. Okay, the Sun is here with the Judgment card. I feel like that's great, because both cards talk about a reconciliation of some sort in the form of communication. And I also feel like this is somebody that regrets making so many snap judgments. All right, and I feel like they really want your decisiveness here, to be decisively forgiving of them. And so I feel like the forgiving and learning is really something that they're really coming through. I think if things have been dishonest, okay, you know, maybe things may not go their way, because, you know, you could be also looking at things from a place where you're judging them as much as they've judged you. And judging in this case is judging whether the relationship is worth a reconnection. But here we're looking at things in a way where that's my phone telling me take a break and go look at the sun. I like to do like a little bit of a, because the sun sets right around now and whatever. Yeah, so I like to watch it set over the the mountain, so that's that. But anyways, so I feel like both of you have kind of, you know, had your judging moments or whatever, but this is somebody that's like calling like, you know, calling through prayer, through, I don't know, manifestation, through something, but they're calling for some sort of a renewal or a change here with you. Okay, also, since this is a spiritual connection, I feel like there's a spiritual call to action, so this is somebody that might be acting on something here soon if they have not done so already. The King of Wands, you know, you guys, Sagittarius, Scorpio energy. The King of Wands, I feel like, you know, this is good. It's in the reverse, sure, but in terms of what might happen next, this is a very impulsive energy. So this is somebody that doesn't necessarily see the big picture and everything, because they're very kind of like hot-headed. So I feel like at the end of the day, this is an energy that, despite wanting to act on something, they are actually worried or may not be able to because they're unsure of the outcome. So in that sense, maybe the outcome that they're worried about or unsure is rejection, or, you know, like you literally like kind of maybe bringing aspects of the past that they may not necessarily want to deal with, because their temperament kind of, they flare anyway. So I still feel like this is somebody that's kind of like a lot more in their feelings about needing you, wanting you, or wishing things were different with you, right? But they're not necessarily making the movement, because they're not like they're not action oriented like that. Like, as much as they want to do all these things, they may do something, but it's not going to be in a way that, like, it can't really bruise their ego. Okay, King of Wands in reverse, it can't come through as though, you know, so they're plotting. It feels more like there's a plot, there's like a mental plotting going on. But they want to overcome the challenge, they really do. Right now they haven't been able to overcome this challenge with you, and they really want to. All right, so I think this is what I have for you guys, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I enjoyed reading it for you. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.